Captain, you see, I think that what the NDC MP should know is politics and your Pentecost, sorry. Professor Melson, that kind of thing. Whenever you're dealing with people and they prove to you say they don't respect them, tell them say you don't respect them too. Because always people will take you for granted. Because I heard the reasons. MPP and no regional Afenyo Markin they created this scene like a tsunami in a teacup. There is no reason, but they are just making it look big. Now hear what transpired in the past, and the NDT got involved and gently approved Ken Ofori Atta MPs one saying judges and for no. Clearly you could see that these people have no respect for you. And that is the message maybe people are not getting. Because no free say, or no, or you're better than you. They can do whatever that they want. They will marginalize you and spit in your face and tell you, say, and no, I'm sorry, I'm more corner. Whichever you see it, it will draw in your face. Because they are spitting at you. But you sat in and approved in the past, Justice Jawia Mekan Sammy and several other judges. At the time, and Ghana were very angry. Ken Ofori Atta, second way, you approved. And now what's now has said. Sam George, no, all but no, you be abonio. Now we had your modern form because no children drink keke. And for that matter, MP for Home on free, say, yeah, approve. Now we had Ken Ofori Atta and Kwasi Abosi and now bought at the time, na scandals and you going to come. Now what tenancy and happily approve him. Then that is up to you. You understand? So you need to find that distinction because when you're dealing with your opponent, know who the kind of people they are. Then you craft yourself to mimic them and you do double what they do. And yes, they will always take you for granted. Because you see, to them, they felt say now they don't have the numbers. They have nothing because the Mahamadu Bawumia has been almost 1 year near. There hasn't been a single scandal. The economy is thriving. Your friend said that abuse of way. Now, acquire could be also a press conference and as a for MPP for way. More press conference. Uncle Pobi or Tekasa will be on Tekasa press conference. And someone can not stop our paso. Because he was talking, say, people were witch hunting or be no witch hunted. Captain, if you're a political strategist, now we end this in here, Casape or be MPP, na young witch hunting. Will you go for NAPO? Because will you go for to me? Because one to me has zero political capital. These are people who do election, be an about to meet 1,000 votes to free votes. So no political strategy like NDC will say, yeah, which hanty will be you go for your friend saying, one to me. And NAPO the same thing. NAPO drew election not one normal boss so 50-50 or yeah or Kasabako to meet 2,000 votes to go. Such a person will you which hand that person because you want more of their kind to be in the party. So people should know say going after wound to me and other people and your political witch hunting. And because of Abrabo Mabono Kroma say na Krono Akasia and then now what you want to say moral conviction and Nasa what's an answer now here Krono Akasia Baba up and Kwabena need to meet number fast up we over millions of Ghana cities. Obitu national service no bon kwase akron we know you say and do it why do you have that moral conviction to even make public appearance and be talking the way they are talking? And now no they have nothing on the government because things seem to be in that particular order. There has been discipline, the abino economic front, things are getting better. And as a typical Ghanaian politician, they cannot sit still and watch the thing to be good. They want scandals and as well, but we see Ghana are sick and tired of this dirty politicking and they want things to be done right. So if President Mahama today has decided to do things right in the last 1 year, there hasn't been a single scandal. To Ghana, they are happy because this is what we want. You understand? So what's in China? Now if we say somebody is being witch hunting and so forth, why MPP so you be an Omakafano? And some more there are evidence abound. IHS and the Nipana say won't be baby. Bonidi at the time Akufo Addo president. Omoka or call Catholic Bishop Conference. Akufo Addo Ghana for say won't be nyanya. And no dear Kosui and indicted the president position earlier. Now we will be a war will come back and say which anti will be. Does it make sense? And then the judges Asama can just go back in the past, not say and do proper analysis. Captain, you see, I think it's about time I better the point kind of crash because as a politics, these people are still sitting in the past. You see, why we are in the present, because we are no longer in 1990 where the average Ghanaian not only the left from the right. Net the answer say, Metikumasi Fikasi, men and Nano or Son, Timmy or Son, be free voter, Namen and Natobe or NDC, NDC. Sansem who no chum, And then the average Ghanaian looking at the pressing issue and the prevailing economic circumstances. And for the average Ghanaian, they become sensitive to issues of politics. So sad drama and science and politics now where people can sway, they think they can sway emotions with some of these things. It's the reason why today, even though the MPP is in opposition, but they are struggling to connect with the people of this country because what's your mind? In the political dispensation, the political party that is supposed to have easy connection with the people is supposed to be the opposition. But look at them sitting on high horses, very arrogant, insulting, posturing. Do you think people will take side with you? Party look at the way they are doing to themselves. You understand? So I think people like Afenyo Markin should just come down from their high horses. And for him, he's not even a leader because such an arrogant person cannot be leading a party that is in opposition. Oh yes, you will need people. What's that? He's very arrogant. You see, at this time, you need cool-headed individuals. I'll bet me speaking sense to people, to convince people, and even to bring people from the other side. That is the job that you need to do as an opposition. Now, Katrana, Kasafia, not Bafoboni, and you hear Kasafia not in the man's space. And this person, or don't know, maybe also say by a judge, maybe not probably secondary school, and he was just talking those filthy words in his presence. You understand? Because when the opportunity to sit there, I think the MPP leader I want MPP to do well because you see, Ghana cannot be a one-party state, but they need they need to spend time. They need to.
I don't know how person would do well.
Oh, you see,
MPP don't the political party.
I want to prove it to be effective. Opposition, you understand? And they have the numbers. So for me, I want them to organize themselves properly. Na party with me, with me, catch us. I can't how I drain the pussy 9%. So me, I want them to. You see, you have to be very responsible. Somebody are buying on, and you one or two things may go wrong. So as a credible opposition party, you sit back and critique. Now we make corrective effort and we go on. But if you turn yourself into some sort of a hostile element, I know the day Ghana will not have trust in you, and John Mahama, I want the tacit approval of every Ghanaian, or that's already no so Momodi or Maisi called on Babokat work you for. I'm telling you, Ghana for Jina yes, and people volunteer, and the Afenyo Markin or Nim said or Muhusia Ghana for him. He has no idea. Mr. John Mahama that's already no so the MPP for a Bokat work you from Ghana for JB Bedi mate and now Betribi. I'm for Bukako Jina Kwan Bob. They don't know how Ghana for hates them at this point in time. So we will be smart. We are reasonable, no? You over transfer calculate and see how winning the love, speaking the language people will respect. And you think this arrogance display of tantrums and temperament, on TV, just trying to sabotage the whole process when the person involved hasn't done nothing, and who is going to win you vote? You are just joking. I think that they need to set up. And I'm with General Secretary, so I'm coming by Bintina. We got party now, because I'm party I'm a bufu, and I think the party need to get better. I want the MPP to get better. Somebody by a responsible opposition party, and I'll mind it to me. I want to mean you party for me. On one case, I call it too shaky. Now, I'm going to be a OSPP. Now, I'm going to be a press conference. We'll be on Tikasa press conference. I want to take us across Mokama phone for you. I want to take us. Master, they should get serious. Oh, Master, they should get serious. They should get serious. We see, some politics. Yes, 1992 policy, you have emotion, a trouble. And I won't convince the average Ghanaian. They need reason. What I say, Kenyans are some children.
I think, Obia, our Ghana, will follow the proceedings regarding the removal of former Chief Justice Torkornoo. Could see clearly, say, there has been a lot of opposition among more people on the other side. Are more critiquing this whole removal process. Somebody submitted a petition to the president. The president followed through. None of them, and let me premise any of their argument on any substantial grounded in law. Aside the usual emotions, suppositions, assumptions, individual emotions, and normally among fortuna, but you will not hear any single person that can pontificate a single constitutional provision of your truncated, your circumventive procedure. None. The argument in a constitution is emotional. Then the president, true to the mandate as a president, appointed OBI Justice Bafuboni, and he's supposed to go to Parliament for approval because that is what the Constitution says. The Chief Justice require prior approval by Parliament. The prior approval, and they decided to do vetting. That is up to Parliament to do. Enti corner or corner say obi wo baby now or any issue with ne vetting and appointments na Captain. The only legitimate avenue available for you to address those concerns in a court. You go to court, you secure injunction, and then tell them, say, we have secured injunction because something untoward has gone wrong, and for that matter, we are stopping the process. You don't go to Parliament and tell the Speaker of Parliament to stop the process because the Speaker is not clothed with the power to stop your friend is a vetting, because that is a constitutional process that has been set in motion. The Speaker of Parliament, any authority to do that. Oh, the only institution that award that power to stop that is a court, and court no so Torkornoo ya on any for have demonstrated clearly say ansana ubetimi stop a constitutional process that is in play. No, Captain, you need a bag full of sensible justifications. I don't court. I'm a court with so and yes sir, the obey be aware no. You need reasonable justifications. I'll bet you say you go ahead, not say you promote and I man by your Chief Justice. Subsequent way no irreparable damage irreparable. That is the only argument I caught to bet me. But aside that, there is nothing anybody can sit somewhere and say process in your own constitution. Because Abraham John Mahama was elected president in 2012. Some people sought to injunct the inauguration. So but the court says the person has been validly elected by your friends, the Electoral Commission, the people of Ghana. Commission, you know, independent, not declared as president. If you have any grievances, be a concerned. I am not going to stop the ceremony. I have many Panama president because the constitution, a minor cannot go a day without a president. You will create a constitutional crisis. So, who any concerns be now go to court. Now, say court now fair, me say. Or legitimate grounds, and then you can bring your victory from court, then we quash and then invalidate the whole electoral process. And this thing has happened quite recently in Kenya. So you, Afenyo Markin of all people, know some of these things. But you know, my culture said, public space in them. I don't know what his motivation is. I think that he's using this whole thing maybe to build himself because their reputation is very battered. And maybe he see this committee meetings or be as an opportunity just to stir confusion and answer man for who so irrelevant and but the oil and I think that wayama your friend say ne ho cry your Ghana for because maybe not onim baby yegina. Today Afenyo Markin has the moral audacity to sit in front of a committee and question somebody's integrity. Captain, Abraham Akufo Addo appointment to Okromana, the judiciary was in Gates, Samra not to China and sort of Bangladesh. Was he not in this country? When you and I were sitting here complaining, said the president was appointing people who were affiliated to the MPP because we have a failed parliamentary candidate, Hopeson. I will be and said this person is an MPP person. We sat in this country, Afenyo Markin not to China. Today he's calling for credibility. That person was appointed into the judiciary at the time. Now the judiciary in this country was in its lowest element because people were subjecting the judiciary to ridicule on social media and so forth. But the president went ahead and appointed that particular person. Some of us complained. Sorry, in one of the rulings, raised objection to his inclusion on one of the panel because he says the issue was a political issue. Torkornoo say a constitutional issue or qualified. You see. And very often they throw in very weak and very unintelligent argument telling you say, Oko NDC pencil your friend said President Mahama in the past na appointee PNDC for Mumbai judges. Now politics na yenim yansa yenko yenim. 1990 na how na Ghana for you well versed in politics. Today every single Ghanaian in politics they become overly sensitive to issues of politics. So whenever ye bibi na so get them out and one factor their emotions in as a former you will be laughing at the wrong side of your mouth because my culture say o minor yebu no idea is sustaining the enterprise called governance and your trust and confidence and you repose in the establishment. The very moment your trust will go down, the whole establishment will go down. You must be crazy to sit somewhere and say, oh, mine is soldier for the police for the bomb.
say Ghana for sorry say say Eko Jubilee House, do you think anybody can stand there? So the power na there. So you must always stand and make sure say the trust and confidence ubetimi sustain it. So appointing that person or politically aligned and affiliated to an institution or a political party obi anim no. Afenyo Markin didn't have the sense at the time to know say something has gone wrong. They sat there and approved that particular gentleman. And again, several other appointments and there also. It got to a time and the whole judiciary was weaponized to the extent say we opposition party now the case no court in him say what failed that. Kwekwanya your friend say Torkornoo fast on this speaker issue no. Within a short period of time, conventionally we were told to speak your friend saying Supreme Court ends on Friday. But look at the swift response or this panel Yamukuti that particular is your friend said the speaker was stopped from doing all that is there. What the chroma I used to the judiciary be so dirty, and it is one of the reasons why Ghana for to abatia or kwanya faswe to abatia. So today you have no credibility to be sitting in parliament making that scene unnecessary calling people out. Now we never for born no why na integrity, because this is a gentleman Supreme Court no opo bia watena ho acha ye ono. He was appointed by President Kufuor somewhere to 2008. The only way Akufo Addo and nani hia otu nani see no say because election petition no he didn't move for President Kufuor and omutu omani see no so and na okofa ni junior onya competent at the time Torkornoo. And the person you are fighting for today has demonstrated clearly say she's incompetent, because I'm not sure say Nejo Mahama Sisana be say Torkornoo mra me chief justice obeba. Because how can somebody who is chief justice who remember because ko jina court I could make argument say me process na mo ye no munko yi no TV so when you know say there's an express constitutional provision on it say that particular thing cannot be done on TV, the chief justice of making such childish and infantile your friends say plea our court. There are some judges, judges catch it, and then she went to the extent of impugning the integrity of the very people or no more year Juma. She subsequently went on TV and did a press conference. Petitioner is held it in camera no. How can you vote for the competency of such person? And then today you have the audacity to be sitting in parliament trying to create unnecessary scenes and so forth. But I don't blame him. I blame the NDC MPs. Because Omono Mayama we Captain, in the past, when some of us were sitting here, say, people like Ken Ofori Atta, don't forget that Akufo Addo judges no appointee na buafuno. NDC never boycotted any of these things. People sat in parliament and approved them. And the way side do you think Oba respectable? Because Justice Gawia Mekana some people were coming out with funny arguments. Oh, from me region, my nehene Afrina catcher say, you were Edru. So look at the way, the kind of humiliations and those kind of stuff that we're doing. Look at the ordeal Sam George and other people went through before they were approved. But Ken Ofori Atta not what demonstrated clearly in the entire 4 years. Say, Finance Minister no sabi and kwasi abosiana krono no de bebono. We will happily approve him. So when you do that, you send a message to the other side, say one kasa no sabi umu ho, and they can easily take advantage of that particular way. No mbeye di ombeye until duru uswa. He will treat you as a fool because on no fees are better than you. So because I have paya NDC for fast so more prove some of the appointments and as for Akufo Addo, even though Nigerians were angry, even against the demands of the core party people who were very angry, but the MPs went ahead and they drew some judge for Afenyo Markin to say Mahoro himself and for that matter go ahead. But for born there why because he is the most experienced person sitting at the Supreme Court. The next person close to him or any interval it's almost 10 years because he went to 2008. The next person 2015 I'm told say your friends one other judge distance almost 8 to 10 years. So when you're talking about credibility, you cannot say that particular person and no the time no ekati across all the president. Rollins time no ho, Kufuor time no ho, Mills Mahama and Akufo Addo Mahama Siamba PM. So you have no moral to sit there and be pontificating and tell him say on justify again. Torkornoo na wo kana sem no. Say, Ufri says something has gone untoward throughout this whole process. Just point a single one out. Yet, Ghana Bar Association Bar Bonti Betiantiam. I know the day they were also engaging the same emotional argument, grounded in no substance. Ombe the day Ghana for 2 money go amosono. What is all my back? Because as lawyers, people expect you to make legal and constitutional argument. You don't just speak like say carpenter or camera because or no or can but obi a you need to point law. Captain, now will be a Ghana bar association who will make your argument say Chief Justice and Tritinia. Aren't you supposed to ground your argument in law?
That's right.
Obi or your carpenter, you know, me fancy or nimemra, or no bet me make normal arguments. So once they were not able to establish grounds, grounded in law, I know that you should know something is wrong. And again, Chief Justice belongs to an association. Do you know that association? An association of judges. Kroma otuadi usmomo what is omo kasara o baby da na o free say omo because your camera we a lawyer sadia we mo confuse we a lawyer you are just trained to have a refined understanding of the law. They give you licenses to go and practice, but you don't interpret law. The only entity that is clothed with the power to interpret a constitutional provision is the court. Right. And this say adibia call wrong and call wrong omo no munim and then ka free say omo free say something has gone wrong and ka judges association ka won to omo kan. So why Ghana Bar Association now speaking instead of the your friend say the lawyers association? What I say, because you don't have any to me to interpret law. That is why election petition over Chicha Kata of all people will stand in the court about make it fine fantastic argument. I no see an judge in about Togu. Because what the other can be a the other KBI judge no and the power to put interpretation on this. And you think if something has gone wrong, nobody support will be so victimized. We are here seeking to protect the very foundations of our democracy and institutions of state, because they are the lifeblood of our democracy. And we will not sit here for few people because of their misguided greed, the insatiable quest to overcome whatever, no, about subject state institution to whatever that they want to. The fact of the matter, and I say, Captain, Afenyo, Markin and Co should just shut up if they have any reasonable grounds. Our officer Bafuboni was not properly, your friend saying, appointed. They should go to court. And again, on one case, the author he's a young guy, but he cannot go to vetting. He cannot face any vetting committee for even 1 minute because the skeletons in his closet, you know, or no him. And then Akufo Addo appointed as a minister. Can he ever go for vetting? The day of vetting him? No, you can even go for vetting and you sit there and be talking your friends the way he's talking. And you see, those of them who think say this is an opportunity for them to rebuild themselves. I may not say public accounts committee. So ya buy so ya bro. See the way you sue the institution just to rebuild herself. But don't forget Ken Ofori Atta, the deputy, and Semuna course, she was part of it. Today we are quite answer Asante Bediatuo, and this. You see, he who comes into equity must come with clean hands. And some of these things, you know, and yeah, an avenue for you to go and build your tattered image. So Papa Ghana for would know.
By some people in the political space. I mean, they are so ignorant, it's unbelievable. I mean, the level of ignorance is so disarming that sometimes you are tempted to think that maybe it's not ignorance. Sometimes you're actually tempted to think that maybe it's the lack of capacity to think. You know, they make statements and you just simply wonder. And some of these people are the people we have used the taxpayers' money to build institutions for them to go and learn. So they wasted the taxpayers' money. They've learned to become lawyers. They've learned to become economists. They've learned to become medical doctors and so on, but their faculty for thinking doesn't exist. We wasted our money educating them. I mean, complete waste of money educating this bunch of politicians. Unbelievable. You see, when we are discussing bail, I think the first issue which comes up is under what conditions are bail conditions imposed? Under what conditions? And it is clear. You see, a policeman who finished SHS and got recruited into the police service understands these things. But people who got masters in law, who went through Makwala and so on, cannot understand these things. Something must be wrong. Bail is imposed so that an accused person cannot abscond, and that in event that the accused person absconds, the damage he has done can be repaired. Anybody going to challenge this? Master, are you going to challenge this? So, if the accusation against you is that you have stolen 2 billion Ghana cedis, what bail condition should be imposed on you?
1,000 cedis.
What bail condition? 200 cedis? Doesn't make sense. You understand? And in some circumstances, certain respectable people in the society and so on, used to be propertied people, are asked to stand surety, so that just in case you run, they can be held responsible for the crimes that you have committed. And they can be held responsible for a number of reasons, and in a number of ways, all prescribed by the law. Now, when I read the press conference, the report of the press conference addressed by the NPP General Secretary, I nearly cried. I mean, lawyer, General Secretary of a party which is supposed to be the second biggest party in the country. He talks about the government and talks about the judiciary as part of government. My goodness, where is that coming from? Why? We are operating with the principle of separation of powers, which clearly separates the powers of the executive from the legislature and also from the judiciary. Okay? Clear. But they don't see that. When the judiciary makes a decision, they call on government to reverse the decision of the judiciary. Which people are these? So what they're actually doing is that they are calling on the president to interfere with the judicial process. That's what they are doing. That President Mahama should call the judges and tell the judges what bail conditions they should impose. Is that what you're saying? Would that not be a violation of the Constitution? Would that not undermine the principle of the separation of powers? Where are you coming from? Where are you? Which kind of people are you? It's completely unbelievable. They say the executive should interfere in judicial, something which is judicial, purely judicial. They want the executive to interfere. And then they turn around and tell us that they believe in the rule of law. They want to protect the Constitution. How can you do all of these things together when they are contradictory? It's simply unbelievable. Now, you see, bail conditions for their education, bail conditions are not varied by the executives. First of all, they are not imposed by the executive, and they are not varied by the executive. So if you are dissatisfied with bail conditions, what you do first is that you go before the very judge who imposed the bail conditions and explain why those conditions are stringent and cannot be met. The judge, in his wisdom and accordance with law, may agree to vary the bail conditions either downwards or upwards. Because there have been instances where people have gone to court to ask for variation of bail conditions, and the courts have imposed higher bail conditions. Okay? Now, if you are not satisfied with the judge, you have a right of appeal. If it's the High Court, you can go to the Court of Appeal and argue that the bail conditions are punitive in nature, and therefore they need to be reversed. If you fail at the Court of Appeal, you can then go to the Supreme Court. If you fail in the first instance, you can go for a review. And even after review, if you are not satisfied, you can appeal to the president, who even has powers of clemency. This is the process. But you know why they are not going through this process because they know that if they go, it is possible that the bail conditions will be increased. That is why they are afraid. They can't use the process because they are afraid of the process. So what they want to do is to come to the public and throw dust into our eyes. I know the dust they're throwing into our eyes. They come and they say, look, there was an MPP man who was charged, and he was asked to post bail conditions of up to 800 million cedis. And then there's an NDC man, and they only posted bail conditions of 150,000.
That's politics.
So there's unfairness. So it is politics. My friend, don't push me. I'm trying to be very reasonable and moderate with my language. I mean, look, to use the most moderate of languages, this is pedestrian in the extreme. It is not about the party colors they are wearing. It's about the gravity of the offense. And it is about the likelihood of somebody running away from justice. Already, we are dealing with the matter of Mr. Ken Ofori Atta. We haven't gotten anywhere. Indeed, most people who are angry with the Office of Special Prosecution are angry with the Office of Special Prosecution because they claim he didn't take measures which to stop him from escaping from this country. And then you come and we are talking like this. It's unbelievable. Completely unbelievable. Let us compare the two cases. Let us compare the two cases. And Mr. London was absolutely right when he said that in granting bail, one of the things that is looked at is the possibility of your escape from justice. One of the things. So your stature in society becomes an ingredient. Your record, your history as a citizen becomes an ingredient. For example, if you've been convicted before, your bail conditions will go up. If you've never been convicted before, your bail conditions will be different. And so on. There are so many things. So, for example, if you are accused of stealing a goat, your bail condition will be commensurate with the value of the goat. If you are accused of stealing a Toyota Land Cruiser, your bail conditions will be commensurate with what you have stolen. So the goat thief and the Land Cruiser thief don't get the same bail conditions. You must understand that. So if the NDC man happens to be a goat thief and the NPP man happens to be a Land Cruiser thief, the bail conditions would necessarily be different. So you must understand that. So drop the party colors and look at the substance of the matter before us. Listen, I mean, I just don't know. Look, sometimes it's annoying. Sometimes it's so annoying. And you hold a press conference and you are blaming the president for a decision taken by the High Court, a High Court judge that for all probability you appointed. Can you believe this? A High Court judge that possibly your government appointed.
They appointed the judge.
Well, I don't know.
No,
okay, I don't know. But you appointed a High Court judge. And when he makes a decision, you blame somebody who had no hand in putting the High Court judge there. And who has no power to reverse judicial decisions. What is wrong with you? What is wrong? And how? What do you take the people of Ghana for? You think that the people of Ghana are just yo-yos? That you can hold press conferences and confuse the people of Ghana and so on? They are not. Indeed, what is happening is an indication that you cannot read the public mood. You are not able to read the public mood. Look, in 1979, when the so-called June 4 revolution happened, I was not in this country. As a matter of fact, I was in Philadelphia. I came back on June 11th. Some of the executions had already taken place. And I criticized the executions and said they were unfair, they were unjust, and so on. Do you know what I suffered then? The public, not the AFRC members, the public was angry with me. They wanted to eat me alive. Because the public wanted to see blood. The public was not interested in fairness. The public anger was that blood must flow. When people were being shot at the stakes, the soldiers who were doing the shooting were being cheered. You understand? And you must understand this public mood. Today, do you know what the public mood is? In spite of the bail conditions which have been imposed, in spite of investigations which have been carried out, the vast majority of people out there think that the Mahamadu government is treating you guys with kid gloves. If I like, tell me. The public is angry. Why? The Mahamadu administration, since he came into office, yesterday I checked, and I was told that the cedi was exchanging at 11 cedis to $1. They don't care.
Yes, sir.
That is not what they want. Inflation is down to 8%. They don't care. You understand? They have introduced free tertiary education for
the disabled.
Are they disabled?
Persons living disabled.
For less able people and so on. You understand? The public doesn't care. He's launching big push projects all over the place. They don't care. If you ask them, what do you want? They say, jail them. Jail the MPP people. Jail them. And on top of this, you come and hold such press conferences. You are not even grateful that government is holding on to the rails. It's not allowing, you know, if the public were told to deal with you, do you know what will happen to you? So you can't even read the public mood. So instead of being grateful to a government which is taking things through the due process and so on, you are attacking that government. What's wrong with you? What do you want? Can't you see? Can't you hear? Can't you smell? Can't you see the public mood? Open radio in the morning. I listen to radio, a few radio stations. Open them in the morning. In the morning I listen to Radio Gold. I listen to Sena's program. Sena, tell them what your listeners tell you. Say Mahama has failed. Why has Mahama failed? He has not jailed the MPP leaders. Is it Mahama who is going to jail anybody? It is not Mahama. And on top of that, you have the effrontery to hold a press conference and to make these claims. What's wrong with you? And when you know that if you are dissatisfied with the processes, there are remedies. Go and apply those remedies and stop wasting our years and time with your useless press conferences. What will the press conference do? What will it do? It will only expose, just expose the fact that we are pedestrian and do not understand the issues we are talking about. That's the case. What is this? You want the public to have their way? Where would you be if the public should have their way? Unbelievable. And then they turn around and say, oh, something happened in Collins Dowda's constituency and so on. Are you not impressed? Are you not impressed that an allegation is made against a sitting member of parliament who comes from the ruling party, and in a matter of 2 days he's before court? Even before the investigations have been concluded, he's before court. And he goes home on bail, and you are not impressed. Did this happen in your time? sitting member of parliament, member of a ruling party, an allegation is made against him, quickly, not the president, the Inspector General of Police orders the Criminal Investigations Department to deal with him, to investigate the matter. Even before investigations are completed, he is put before court on a provisional charge and has to go home on bail. And you say you are not impressed. What would impress you then? Should they have cut off his head? Should they have shot him? Meanwhile, I'm sitting here and have followed this case very closely. Where is the evidence so far that Collins Dada called the police and told them to return excavators and so on? There is no such evidence. I haven't heard it. The allegation is that he made a phone call. Who has heard the phone call? So is the word of those who claim that he spoke to them against him. None of us has any evidence. You understand? And yet, all of us are insisting that, look, there may be some truth in the allegation, and therefore investigate, and if he's found culpable, deal with him like you would deal with anybody else. You don't think that this is honorable? What do you want? What you don't want to be done to you, you want to be done to Collins Dauda. You want him convicted before investigation. You want him convicted before a trial. What's wrong with you people? What is this? Look, very soon, if you continue like this, the people of Ghana are going to get angrier than they are today. And if that should happen, all of us will be at risk. Because, Senna, I've seen it all. Fortunately, I am just a little older than some of you. And I've seen things that perhaps you haven't seen. I've seen soldiers strip mothers naked. Strip mothers naked. Whip their private parts until it bleeds to the applause of the public. I've seen it. I've seen it. Soldiers strip mothers, strip them naked and whip their private parts until they bleed. And the public is applauding. I've seen it. You understand? I have seen people lined up at the stake and shot, bullet, pam, shot to the applause of the public. I've seen it before. I've seen periods where it was considered a crime to be speaking about the violation of democratic and human rights. You speak about violation of rights, you go to prison. You speak of violation of rights, you go to guard room and never come back home alive. I've seen all of this. Maybe some of you are too young, you didn't see it. Public anger is something which has to be managed in our collective interest. Because if you don't manage public anger and it spills over, the consequences can be disastrous for all of us, including me. And that is why all of us must urge a cautious management of the public anger so that it doesn't spill over, so that it is contained. And so it is our responsibility to ourselves, to our society, to do that and stop this useless politicking, propaganda, like how do they say it? I mean, what is wrong? Abba, why? Look, and when they talk, it's as if they left government 25 years ago. You left government 9 months ago. That is the truth. And today, all of these institutions that we are talking about, Office of Special Prosecutor, the Special Prosecutor, who appointed him? Was it me? Was it John Mahama? Was it Philip London? That is your own creation. You went to Parliament and bullied everybody to approve the establishment of the Office of Special Prosecution. And you appointed this special prosecutor. Today, even the Chief Justice, whose vetting you are opposed to, was appointed by you. It was President Akufo who elevated him from the High Court to the Court of Appeal. Yeah. It was your own government which eventually made him a Justice of the Supreme Court. And you are not satisfied with that. What do you want? What do you want again? The judge that you yourself you appointed, you don't even want him vetted in Parliament for some flimsy excuse and so on. What's wrong with you people? What's wrong with you? Son, this is if you follow them, you get a heart attack. If you follow them, you will get a heart attack. Master, look.
The doctor is standing back.
The doctor is the one causing the heart attack. How can you rely on the doctor to save you from heart attack when he's the one who is causing the heart attack?
Oh, baby, you.
But he's a good doctor. And Master.
He's a good doctor, wow.
But but when it comes to politics, he destroys his practice as a medical officer.
But okay,
Sana,
carry on.
Sana, listen to some of those people who fell victims to MPP administrations. Why? I was a member of the Free Chachuchikata campaign. Should I recount what he went through? The machinations which eventually sent him to jail? And we have the effrontery today to be talking about the rule of law. What did you people say when Chachu nearly died in his own prison? And how did he nearly die in his own prison? Because in one instance, an additional judge or additional judges were appointed whose position on the matter was known beforehand. Was that justice? Was that justice? Why? Go and talk to Dr. Opuni about justice. Go and talk to Dr. Opuni about justice. Let him tell you his story. Let me tell you how he was arrested in Accra and driven to the Boakye region and what he suffered on the way to the Boakye region. Let him tell you that story. Go and talk. Well, you can't talk to him. He's dead now. He's dead now. You can't talk to him. You can't talk to Leokran. For Leokran to tell you what he went through after his government lost power, you can't talk to him now. So please, don't waste our years. I think that all of us want a situation in which all citizens will be treated equally. All of us want a situation in which accused persons will be treated as accused persons and not convicted persons. All of us want a situation in which those who are accused of crimes, whatever the crime is, will be given the opportunity to defend themselves to the fullest, their rights fully respected, and so on. All of us want a society built on the foundations of justice and fairness for all. All of us want a society in which your political color does not matter when it comes to the judicial process. That is what all of us want. Let us all focus on that and fight for that and stop this jaguar joker attitude to politics.